Morning, hello everyone. Short date and learning objective, please. Pause the video while you do that. Okay, press play when you're done and then we'll get started. Right, in the last lesson we were finding the value of the letter in an equation. So if it was something like 14 minus x equals 10, we could work out 14 take away 4 is, so x is equal to 4. So in those ones we were finding the value of x. We were finding the value of x, okay? Finding the value of the letter, finding the value of the missing number. Now, as today's learning objective suggests, this time we're doing substitution today. We'll do substitution. So in this case, it actually gives you the value of the letter, okay? It gives you the value of the letter. So say, for example, a is equal to 5. So on these questions, you will always have 1, 2, or 3 letters at the top, which will tell you the value of what each letter is. So therefore, you have to find the value of the expression 7 plus a equals. So now we do have to find the answers to the values of the expression of this sum here, basically, that means. So 7 plus a, well, if a is worth 5, that's the same as 7 plus 5, so the answer is 12. So you're substituting, as the name suggests, you're substituting the letter with the number, okay? 7 plus a is 5. If you had a take away 2, well, a is worth 5, a equals 5, so it's 5, take away 2 is 3. So it's giving us the value this time of our letters. Okay, you can have 15 take away a, so 15 take away a is worth 5, 15 take away 5, 10. Okay, right, and then as well as a equals 5, you can add, let's add b is equal to 12, b equals 12. Okay, so now you could have a plus b. What is the value of a plus b? Well, a is worth 5, b is worth 12, 5 plus 12 is 17, so a plus b is 17, 5 plus 12. So again, you're substituting the letters for the value that they are, okay? Let's have a little look. What is b take away a? Well, b is 12, a is 5, so 12 take away 5, 7. b take away a is 7. Okay, let's have a little look. 7 plus a take away b. What would that be? Well, 7 plus a is 12. 12 take away 12, 0. Okay, you can add in another one if you want to. Then you can add in c. Let's make c equal to 10. So you can have a plus b minus c. So a is 5 plus b, which is 12, take away 10. 5 plus 12 is 17, take away 17, take away 10 is 7. So we are substituting 5 plus 12, take away 10, isn't it? Okay, so you're substituting the letter for the value. You're given the value on these ones. Right, okay, have a go at this set of questions first, okay, and then we'll move on. They will get more tricky, okay, and they can become quite difficult. Okay, so let's have a go at these ones, please. When you do them, always write at the top the values. So the first thing you do is write x equals 6, y equals 4, w equals 10. Write at the question and just put the answer straight after it, okay? Pause the video while you do that, please, and then press play when you're all done, okay? Right, let's have a look at the answers. Okay, so W10, take away y, which is 4, 10 take away 4, 6. Okay, 20 take away x, well, x is 6. Okay, 20 take away 6, 14. W, which is 10, plus 37, so 10 plus 37, 47. X plus y is 10. Take away W, which is 10, so it becomes 10. Take away 10, 0. Hopefully no problems with those. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the next one. Oh, not yet. Hang on. Let's go back to this. Okay. So you can also then, let's start with A is equal to 5. A is equal to 5. Let's start with that one again. Okay. So in that case, now we're going to do, so what would 2A be worth? What would 2A be worth? Okay, have a think about that a second. Just in your head, answer that one. Now what you've got to remember, that in algebra, 2A, we have this invisible times sign, remember? Okay, so you have 2A is the same as 2 times A. Okay, so 2A is the same as 2 times A. So that would be 2 times A. A is worth 5. The answer is 10. Okay, so 2A, remembering that invisible times sign, okay, when you got the number and the letter next to each other. Okay. You could have, again, A equals 5. You could have 10 divided by A. 10 divided by A. And that's what this means, isn't it? 10 divided by A. So 10 divided by A. A is 5, so that's the same as 10 divided by 5. How many 5s in 10? 2. Okay, 2. So with these ones, just remember 10 divided by 5. How many 5s in 10? 2. Okay, so again, you're substituting A for 5 in this case. Okay, remember the numbers will vary. The numbers and the letters will vary. Okay. Right, 4A. Ooh, let's leave my A, take away 5, sorry. A equals 5. 4A take away 8. Okay, 4A take away 8. 4 times A, which is 5, so 4 times 5 is 20. 20 take away 8, 12. Okay, I'm just substituting the A for 5, aren't I? Okay. Let's then bring in B. If A, and then we can have B is equal to 2. Okay, B is equal to 2. Oh, before we, oh, okay, we'll leave that in there. What do you think A squared would be? A squared, A with a little 2 there. Okay, let's make that 2 a bit clearer. A squared. Now remember, A squared means A times A times itself. So that means it's 5 times 5, which will be 25. So remember, with the squared, you're not timesing it by 2, you're timesing it by itself. A squared is A times A. You're timesing the number by itself. So that becomes 5 times 5 is 25, okay? Right. You can have 3A minus 2B. 3A, 3 times A, 3 times 5, 15. Take away 2 times B. 2 times 2 is 4. 15 take away 4, 9. Okay, so 3A take away 2B, 9. Hopefully we're getting the idea of this. You're just substituting them. Okay, you can have 2A divided by B. Well, I know that 2A is 2 times 5, so that would be 10. And then I can divide that by 2. How many 2's in 10? 5 is the answer. So it becomes 10 divided by 2, isn't it? 10 divided by 2. Just remember with those. So let's just go over those ones again. 2A divided by B. Yeah, just remember that this is 2A divided by B, isn't it? Okay, when you put in one over the other. Okay. Right. You can bring in C if we want to. Okay, we can bring in C. So we could have C divided, we're going to work out what C divided by 10. So again, that would be C divided by B. Okay. Or we could do C divided by A, because I think we've done that one in the last one. C divided by A. So 10 divided by 5. 10 divided by 5. How many 5s in 10? 2. Okay. Right, hopefully that's okay as well. Now, have a go at these next questions, please. Okay. So, again, please write out x equals 2, y equals 4, w equals 10, because it makes it so much easier when you're doing them yourself. Just write out the question, you can put the answer straight afterwards, okay? Pause that, please. Pause that while you're doing those. Pause the video while you're doing those, please, and press play when you're done. Right, let's have a look again. Okay, so we've got 2y. Y equals 4. So we know there's an invisible times there. So this becomes 2 times 4, isn't it? Which is 8. Okay, here we have 2w. 2 times w, which is 20. So this becomes 20. We're going to take away y, which is 4. 20 take away 4, 16. Okay. Y squared. This means it is y is the same as 4 squared, which is the same as, because y is equal to 4. 4 times 4. You're timesing by itself, remember. 16. Okay. W divided by x. So again, we've got a 10 here. I'm going to divide that by 2. Okay. I'm just substituting those numbers for the letters. Sorry, those letters for the numbers. 10 divided by 2. How many 2's in 10? 5. Let's look at the last one. 3w. So that's 3 times 10. W is equal to 10. 3 times 10, 30. Take away 5 times x. Well, x is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 30 take 20. Okay, mark those, please. Mark those. Okay. Right, just before I send you off to have a go at the work yourselves, okay, and hopefully that's okay. If you need to just look back over it, please look back over it. But substitution is I quite like substitution. Let's have a look at sort of a question that could be a little bit harder. So say, for example, a is equal to 5. What would 2a squared be? Everyone just try and work that one out for yourselves now, please. Everyone work that out for yourself now. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, press play when you've done it. Now, I reckon quite a lot of you will have put 100 for this, okay? And 100 is wrong. It is not 100, because the temptation here is to do 2 times 5, which is 10, and then do 10 squared, which is 100, okay? But let's go back and remember BIDMAS, and this is actually, this is a mistake so many year 7s and 8s still make, okay? BIDMAS. Remember what that I stands for, and that stands for indices. Indices, which is things like squared numbers and square roots, okay? But we won't want too much about square roots for now. So square numbers, okay? So that means BIDMAS tells us I have to do the squared first. So I have to do a squared before I multiply by 2, okay? So I do a squared. So a squared is 5 times 5. So that would be 25. So it becomes 2 times 25. So the answer is actually 50. Okay. There is one on this here on one question like that on this, and actually in the extension there are quite a few. Just very briefly, if you had to say, what would a cubed be? Anyone? Try and work out a cubed. Now a cubed means a times a times a. Okay. This is again only with the extra extension sheet this will be on. Okay. So that will be 5 times 5 times 5. So a cubed is actually, in this case, when a is equal to 5, is 125. So just be a little bit aware of squared and cube numbers, and remember BIDMAS tells us you do the indices, you do the squared before the multiply. Right, let's have a little look at the work today. Okay, so when you come to do the work, again, please ensure that you up the top you write a equals 2, b equals 5, c equals 9, because it makes it so much easier. And then it's a mixture of questions, okay? Like this one, you have to multiply those together. Remember, then take away c, you've got a squared. So have a go at those, please. And then there's some really quite good extension questions on the portal. If you finish this with lots of time left, if you want more of a challenge, okay, then please have a go at the extension sheet on the portal. All right, okay, good luck everyone. Okay, oh, and then this is our last lesson, of course, before half term. So if you can send me any work that you haven't sent, please, this week, could you send me? Have a lovely half term, and I'll speak to you after half term. Okay, bye.